Hello,
and welcome
to Nightmare Nation,
the paranormal-themed podcast where we talk about haunted places around the world.
And paranormal activities.
And ghosts and demons.
And poltergeist.
Yeah, poltergeists. And also, there's some little snippets of history about said haunted places.
Yeah, and the hauntings that happened.
Because we want to be educational. Mm-hmm. We can't just throw the ghosts at you without any context.
That's inappropriate.
That's rude.
Yeah.
And we're not rude.
And we're funny, too.
So funny.
So, you get some hilarity in your night.
We like to laugh at ourselves more than anything. I don't know if any of you are laughing, but we're laughing, and we're having fun.
So you all that really matters.
Too.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Get it together, friends.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Anna.
You sounded so, tentative. I'm Annie.
We're your hosts on this beautiful podcast.
In case you couldn't tell, we're the hosts. Just
no
wondering who's talking. It's us.
We're ghosts, actually.
Ooh.
Making a ghost podcast.
That's spooky. We would be the dumbass ghosts who, return to Earth to do a podcast about ghosts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe ghosts have podcasts. And we we don't know it because
do.
We're not dead.
And that's what we're picking up in our EVPs.
Yes.
It's the ghost podcasts we're picking up on their radio waves.
This is a new phenomena.
You guys?
That needs to be reported on.
We just discovered a new field of science.
Yep.
You guys.
Here we go.
We're quit our jobs and be ghost podcast researcher. I don't even know what that would be called.
Yes.
I don't know.
So on that note, we are doing things a little bit differently tonight.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to be talking about unidentified flying objects.
Also known as UFOs.
Ooh!
UFOs. Let's talk about some UFOs. UFOs. Yeah, so we're steering a little bit into left field here and taking a break from the usual stuff to talk about some. I mean, I feel like there could be some paranormal things involved here. It doesn't necessarily all have to be aliens. I think some of it's probably paranormal.
Well, yeah, and with some of the history that I'll be talking about, it would make sense that it would be paranormal as well.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Totes my goats.
This came from one of our listeners. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim,
for this awesome suggestion.
He also suggested the Velasca house.
Yep.
Oh my God,
Velasca! She's never going to be able to say it right again.
I will never be able to say it.
We're so aggressive.
Oh my God. You know what? It kind of makes sense because it's the Velasca Axe House. So if you combine them, last episode, we were just smashing words together. If you smash Velasca and Axe, what do you get?
Velasca!
So thanks, Jim, for that one too, because that was a great suggestion. Keep them coming.
He's got all sorts of them.
Yeah.
So we are taking you to the Skinwalker Ranch.
Which is so creepy just from the name.
Just uncomfortable.
Skinwalker. I just picture someone literally having flayed someone's skin off and then wearing it and walking around with
delicious
some skin.
That sounds perfect.
Tasty.
Oh. So to start off, I got my sources from Wikipedia, allthat'sinteresting.com, Vice.com, AEnetworks.com, and TheLineup.com.
No.
Oh.
Nope, never mind. Okay. I was going to say, I also got stuff from the lineup, and then I didn't.
You sent me the link for it.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yep. So, the Skinwalker Ranch is also known as the Sherman Ranch. It is located on 480 acres southeast of Ballard, Utah.
Utah.
I've always wanted to go to Utah.
I thought you were going to say, I always wanted to go to Ballard, Utah. I'm like, that's so specific.
There are just so many things in Ballard, Utah that I want to go see.
Now I want to go see this ranch.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah. You've never been to Utah?
Nope. I think it'd be fun. And I've never been to the West Coast.
I've been to California one time, but I was only there for 2 days. Oh. Yeah, let's go to Utah.
I've gone as Nebraska. It's not very
You got some...
far.
No. It's the Midwest still. So you've had some exploring to do.
Yeah.
I've also never been to Utah. The whole southwestern and western side of the United States I think would be cool. There's so many cool national parks.
I know.
With rocks and arches.
Go to Wyoming and Colorado and everywhere.
I have been to Wyoming and I did not like it.
What?
It was just a wasteland.
No mountains?
The part that I went to was very flat and dry and
well, you gotta go to the mountains
gross.
then.
Okay.
So,
let go.
Okay. So the Skinwalker Ranch is said to be known for its paranormal activity and UFO-related activities. Mm-hmm. It borders on the Ute?
Yeah, it's either Ute or like Ute. I'm not sure.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Indian reservation, and was dubbed the UFO Ranch due to its 50-year history of odd events said to have taken place there.
That's a lot of years.
Yes. Very many.
I feel like with a lot of the haunted places we talk about, it's like only in the last 20 years have people ever reported anything like paranormal. It's all like recent. Mm-hmm. Or I guess there's been a lot of stuff in like the 70s and 80s too, but like to have 50 years of documented strange occurrences, that's a lot.
And I feel like a lot of UFO sightings happen like in Wyoming, Utah, Las Vegas, just like in the dry desert area because there's just so much out there.
A lot of open air.
Yeah. Just like Area 51.
Yeah.
Which we should actually do that
one. That would be cool.
Because it'd be friggin' sweet.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
God, we find so many weird, interesting internet theories. I love reading people's crazy-ass theories.
Ooh, can we do a conspiracy theory?
Conspiracy theory episode.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up.
Yep. All of it. Okay. It's going to be great.
You know what we still haven't done, too? We got to do a cult.
Yeah. There's so many cults, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
A cult podcast.
Yes.
Great.
So there is said that there has been experiences of UFO and crop circle formations, and some people even believe that there is some sort of interdimensional activity that occurs there.
Yeah, like portals to other worlds.
I'm sure. All them aliens come through.
Yeah. Yeah, where else would they have come from that we wouldn't have spotted them with our space technology?
Yeah. Government knows.
They know.
Government knows everything.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They just won't tell you.
Yep. Because they hide everything. Mm-hmm. Not going to go down that road. Nope. That is a long conversation.
For a time when we'll be wearing our tinfoil hats.
Yes. And hiding under a desk.
Yeah.
And hoping the government is going to come after us for talking about it.
A Friday night, essentially, is
what
you're saying? Okay, great.
Standard Friday night.
Yep.
So the location got its name from the Navajo folktale of the Skinwalker. So skinwalkers are said... is said to be a malevolent... I hate that word so much.
You struggle with that. Malevolent.
That they are malevolent witches that can disguise themselves and transform into or possess an animal.
They can possess animals?
They can possess animals.
Dude.
They can transform into animals and disguise themselves as animals.
I want to be a skinwalker. That sounds cool.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Just walk around. It's kind of like the Harry Potter.
Yeah, the animagus
people.
Didn't
we just talk about this on
we
the last
did, because you're like, that's not what they're called. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. That's way less scary than the thing I had pictured was just like a serial killer wearing someone else's skin.
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
So it's a little better.
A little more tame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cattle have been found to be mutilated and, oh gosh, this word, exsanguinated. Exsanguinated?
What?
I
don't even know what that word is.
Guinated.
Oh.
So that's just a fancy way of saying that the cattle have been drained of blood.
Oh, okay.
It's like a vampire sucked all the blood out of them.
Delicious.
Yeah.
That's a new word.
Mm-hmm.
See? Educational.
All the education.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to spell, it's EXSANGUINATED.
Exsanguinated.
Yeah. That'll be in your next spelling bee.
Great.
Now you're going to ace it. And win.
Also, we quiz you on this podcast. You get pop spelling quizzes.
Pop quizzes.
My brain
pop
just
spelling quizzes.
I couldn't say it.
I could see it on your face. You're popping. Shit.
It's just pure panic. I'm like, oh my god. Okay.
All right. So in the 1950s, the Skinwalker Ranch and the area around it has also been referred to as UFO Alley. So this place just has so many different names.
So many nicknames.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So in 1994, Terry and Gwen Sherman purchased the property in hopes of establishing a cattle ranch. During the first couple of weeks when they moved in, they saw this is kind of one of the first experiences that they had. They saw a large wolf in a nearby cow pasture, and the wolf bit the leg of a calf. So Terry went out, grabbed his rifle, and shot at the wolf 3 different times, and the wolf just seemed unfazed and didn't do anything and walked away, and there was no blood traces at all anywhere.
Dang.
Yep.
It's got...
And as it was walking away, he shot at it again, and just nothing.
Like, didn't give a crap?
No.
Wow.
So it's probably a skinwalker.
Probably. Or he's got some really, really, really thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they really didn't stay in the house too long. Annie will talk a little bit more about
a little bit, yeah. I can
what
imagine.
they experienced, but they got sick of dealing with UFOs and all sorts of different activity that happened there.
Just a bunch of shenanigans,
Yeah,
just like bullshit all over the place. I'd be like, I'm done with this place. This is stupid.
Yeah, so in 1996, they fled the house and they sold the house to a guy named Robert Bigelow.
Oh.
So Robert Bigelow is, I don't know if he's still alive, a Las Vegas real estate giant and UFO enthusiast.
That's probably why he bought it, I imagine. Yep.
Yes. But also, this kind of comes full circle with government being related in UFOs.
Conspiracy.
Yes. So after Bigelow bought the property, I think he had help with the government to establish the National Institute for Discovery Science. And they did this on this land that he purchased. So it was a privately financed research organization based in Los Angeles and operated from 1994 to 2004. So Bigelow set it up to research and advance serious studies of fringe science and paranormal topics, including ufology, which studies the reports, visual reports, purported physical evidence, and other phenomenon related to UFOs.
I didn't know that there was an actual, name for that.
I didn't either.
Ufology.
Yeah, and I saw that. I was like...
UFOology, or is it...
that's how it's spelled. It's UFOlogy.
It literally just looks like ufology. Ufology.
Ufology.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
That's fun. So kind of tying it back to the government, in 2017, a New York Times article revealed a secretive, now defunct government UFO program run by the government.
What, at the ranch?
Yes.
What? Mm-hmm. Crazy!
It was, according to the article, in 2007, a Defense Intelligence Agency official visited the ranch and later met with the senator of Nevada and they learned that they wanted to start a research program on UFOs. And that is when the Advanced Aerospace Weapons System Application Program was given to Bigelow under government contract. And he was given $22 million to study and generate reports on exotic science, UFOs, and other anomalous phenomena.
Do you need $22 million to do that?
I guess so.
Lot.
Right?
Jeez.
Like, what do you use to study UFOs?
Hire a full-time staff and pay them insanely well?
I don't know. And how I know how you study ghosts and what you use for ghosts, but how do you study UFOs?
A really big telescope?
I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Cameras, maybe, monitoring equipment, I imagine. Because there's a legit control room at the ranch. There's a room with all sorts of computers and stuff that are hooked up to cameras. So maybe that money paid for all the equipment.
Oh, it could have been.
I guess.
To just watch at night.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't really know how else you study UFOs. You just kind of hope something shows up and try to get it on camera, I guess. I mean,
essentially. So the History Channel actually just started its own show called The Secret of the Skinwalker Ranch. And it's actually premiering on March 31st. At 10 p.m. Eastern.
2.5 weeks from now?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I read the article. I was like, oh, is this already out? Is this an old article? And then it was published on February 10th, I think.
That's exciting.
Saying that it's coming out. So, super excited.
We gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe find a clip.
Oh, sweet.
Of it.
Like a trailer
poster?
or something? Yeah.
That'd be super cool. So they got full access to the ranch, and it's a 1-hour notification series. non-fiction series.
I was like, what the hell's a notifications?
I don't know what, after that came out of my mouth, I was like, that doesn't sound right.
My immediate response was like, oh, okay. And then my brain actually registered what you said, and I was like, wait, what is a notifications series? Yeah.
That's it, friends.
Okay. So there's some interesting blend of, I think, stuff that's probably like haunting and like paranormal ghosty type stuff. And
ghosty?
Then there's also a little bit more like weird lights that are possibly related to UFOs.
Perfect.
So I got a bunch of different information from the skinwalkerranch.org website. So they have a .org website.
Ooh, that means it's official.
It's super official.
Perfect.
A history.com article written by Adam Janos. A vice.com article written by MJ Banias.
Oh, I thought you were going to say bananas.
Bananas.
Like, oh, that's cool.
MJ Bananas. Oh my God, that'd be the coolest name ever. That's like a rapper name. MJ Bananas. And then an article from, an article from thelineup.com written by Elizabeth Tilstra. And Wikipedia.
That's what I got.
Yeah. So like Anna already said, it's really popular and famous for all the UFO activity that has been reported there. And Colm Keller and George Knapp are two guys that co-authored a book about the events described at the ranch. And they say that they saw or investigated evidence of nearly 100 incidents there.
Holy shit.
That include, quote, vanishing and mutilated cattle, sightings of unidentified objects or orbs, which I feel like an orb is an object, so why did you specify both of them? Large animals with piercing red eyes that they say were unscathed when struck by bullets, so that's consistent with your wolf story.
It's the devil.
The devil wolf. And tell everyone what your calorie counter said after your workout. Speaking of the devil.
I posted this on my normal Instagram, but after I got done with my workout, I looked at my little calorie counter to see what I had ended up with, and it ended at 666.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So if you're wondering who the devil is, it's Anna.
It's me today, guys. Sorry.
Oh, just today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it just popped up. I was like, oh, how ironic. It's podcast day and 666 comes up on my Fitbit.
It's a sign.
No, I don't want that kind of sign, thank you.
It is literally the sign of the beast.
It is. I don't want that in my life.
Sign.
I slightly got anxious after seeing that. I was like, oh, do I put this out in the universe on my Instagram right now?
No, what you do is immediately do another couple jumping jacks and burn a few more calories. Exactly. Then it's done. Okay, so demon animals with red eyes, and then invisible objects emitting destructive magnetic fields.
What the fuck is a destructive magnetic field?
I have no idea.
Is it like a tornado of magnets?
Like just a literal magnet tornado.
Yes.
Maybe because magnetism can like mess with electronic devices, so maybe they like destroyed equipment or like wrecked people's phones or compasses or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh. Never heard of it.
Being destructive is interesting. So there have been repeated sightings of human-like creatures, leading to the nickname Skinwalker. So local legend, like you said, states that, so there was the Ute tribe and then the Navajo, and local legend states that the Navajo actually cursed the nearby Ute tribe because of a strained relationship due to land ownership. So curse, scary creatures, probably
Indian reservations, all of it put together is just
ghosts.
Yep.
Scary stuff. So the Sherman family, at the time they lived at the house, would report waking up, like you said, to find crop circles burned into the ground. They would also find that their groceries would be like repacked and reorganized in their kitchen in different places. Really
fucking weird.
Yeah, no one else is around. They just come in and they're like, all of our groceries are in different places.
It's kind of so bizarre. Weirded out.
Now I'm picturing some like cute little alien like looking at a can of like baked beans, being like, "What is baked beans?" And then like not really knowing where to put it back, so then they put it back in a different cabinet or something.
It's okay, aliens.
Yeah, it's okay. Baked beans are confusing, I guess. They would find missing bulls or animals that they would go outside and find that like some of their animals are missing, and then they would find them in like really weird places that they couldn't have possibly wandered off to just, in the time that they were missing.
And they were still alive?
Some of them,
that's weird.
And they would be found in like a hypnotized state, so just kind of like zoned out, unresponsive to normal things that animals respond to, I guess.
That's weird.
And once Terry saw what he thought was an RV pulling into the driveway, and as it approached the house, it literally like lifted off the ground and flew away.
UFO!
Yeah, that's UFO.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yep. So
I'd run as fast as I could inside of my house.
yeah, like something the size of an RV just like boop boop and just like
gone.
lifts up and flies away.
Nope.
And he's like, So part of me wants to say drugs.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
It could be exacerbated if they were taking any sort of hallucinogenics. Mm-hmm. The other stuff, I mean, the missing animals being found in weird places is a little bit harder to explain, but I feel like seeing a freaking RV lift off your driveway could just be a hallucination. But that's just me being a skeptic. It could very well be a UFO.
And like with the mutilations, I've watched a lot of UFO shows. And
is this like a passion of yours?
I love everything about paranormal UFO aliens, like any kind of alien show I will watch.
Yeah.
It's just so fascinating because you just don't know.
There's aliens out there.
Oh, there are.
Sure.
Absolutely.
As big as our universe is, there is at least some other form of life out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, guaranteed.
Yeah. But with a lot of the mutilations that people have experienced with UFO sightings, is they're very surgical.
Yeah.
Like,
do you want me to tell you about one?
Oh, you have one.
I have one.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and flag this with a content warning. It's pretty graphic. Yep. So if you're a little queasy, maybe just skip ahead like 30 seconds, because the Shermans would often find their livestock mutilated, and once found one of their mutilated cows within minutes of its death, so it was still alive when they found it, died shortly after, with its rectum cored out. A 6-inch wide hole that was 8 inches deep had been like punched out of its butt.
Oh.
Yeah, so you talk about probing.
Yeah,
that's a big probe.
Yep.
So, yeah, that one kind of disturbed me a lot.
Yeah, they're
it's graphic.
Very strategic, I guess.
And like surgical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like it looks like it was not soldering, but like when you go into surgery, they use essentially what is like a solder.
Yeah,
to
like,
help to cauterize
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they do that. It's what's been found when they've been mutilated. And I don't think, and I would hope that a person wouldn't just go and start doing that to a cow.
And to like two random people for no reason, unless the Shermans had some like very serious enemies nearby or something.
Exactly.
But I can't imagine what would prompt someone to be so graphically violent and like intense about that. If you're gonna like stalk someone and like harass them, like that's not the first thing that comes to mind for me.
No, I don't want to punch a hole out of a cow's butt and take out their rectum.
Nope.
So
that's it's disturbing.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay, end of trigger warning.
Yes.
We're back to normal. Okay, so the Shermans also reported that 3 of their ranch dogs once disappeared into the night after chasing floating orbs. I don't know if they came back. I'm not sure, but they were basically saw these weird lights and the dogs ran off. They had numerous cows go missing just unexplainably, and then they would follow the tracks, and the tracks would just end without a trace. Like, no sign of them coming back to the ranch. The cows were never accounted for. They would just be gone.
Oh, shit.
And the tracks end. And
what?
They probably got picked up by aliens.
Most likely.
Yep. And then the family would also share similar nightmares that, like, just plagued their sleep. And they would all have the same nightmare, and they'd wake up and, like, talk about it the next day.
Oh, that's so weird.
Super weird. Which makes me think of what you talked about, people having shared nightmares in the Sally house. They would, like, stay overnight and have weird nightmares.
Yep.
Kind of similar here. Terry also said that sometimes they observed a 100-foot circular opening in the air. So, like, 100 feet, that's big.
That's real big.
That's super big. And he said it looked like 4 orange-colored doorways would sort of spiral open. And the Shermans said that they saw small aircrafts emerge through these portals, fly around the property, and then just go back the way they came.
What?
So I'm just picturing, like, a little fleet of, like, mini spaceships, like, like, flying through this orange-colored portal and, like, doing a quick lap and then just going back.
So weird.
I know. I'm like, But it's also, like, super specific. Like, 4 orange-colored doorways would sort of spiral open. It's weirdly specific, I feel like. I don't know. He's not just like, a big hole in the sky. Like, he can describe exactly what it looks like, so.
Yep.
Okay, are you ready for a list of key sightings?
Tell me about the key sightings.
So not all of these have come from the Shermans. What I just covered was the Sherman family, and then the rest other people have reported or captured over time. Mm-hmm. So the spotlight is a single spotlight similar to the headlight of a motorcycle, and it's been seen to travel anywhere from 10 to 40 miles per hour around the property, which could legitimately just be a motorcycle at night, but they say it typically hovers about 8 feet off the ground. Which is a little high.
And I feel like you would know if it's a motorcycle because of the noise.
Probably hear it.
Loud.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. It's like, it looks like the headlight of a motorcycle and travels at 40 miles an hour. I'm
well, maybe it is.
You know what else does that? A motorcycle.
Weird.
It's been seen flying over multiple types of terrain and sometimes has been seen with a red taillight behind it. Also like a motorcycle. So the taillight leads some people to believe it's a flash drone. So a flash drone has kind of two meanings here because in the photography world, a flash drone is a name sometimes given to drone devices that photographers will like attach flashes to so that they can like go trigger it from a distance and then have their flash for photography. Flash drones are also the name given to some pulsating spheres of light that people have seen on the ranch.
No.
So I'm not sure if when they say it's identified as a flash drone, are they talking about the photography thing or the actual like supernatural phenomenon that they've seen? I'm not sure which one they're talking about. But so flash drones on the property are just pulsating spheres of light, and they're not reported to be extremely bright, but they will cast light on the objects immediately surrounding them, so enough to give off a little bit of light. And there has been more than one orb reported in the same area at the same time on the ranch, and they will often pulsate their light to a high degree of intensity for a few seconds and then fade away to nothing. Got some pulsing orbs.
Pulsing orbs.
My favorite
like
kind.
that.
I know.
Gross.
Fireflies?
Maybe.
This next one has been called the Mini Stealth.
Oh.
The Mini Stealth is a flying object described as a smaller version of a standard stealth fighter jet and is reported to be roughly 8 by 6 feet.
Oh, it's big.
It's pretty big. It's all black, and no one reports ever seeing any like exhaust fumes come from it, so no trail of exhaust behind it like you see with normal jets flying through the sky. And it just flies around the property. Little mini fighter jet.
Oh.
The bulletproof wolf you already mentioned, so other people have also reported seeing a dire wolf-like creature that has long, dirty, grayish black hair.
Ghost.
It's ghost. It's literally a ghost wolf.
Yes.
And it's Ghost from Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Perfect.
People aren't sure if it's hostile or friendly. It doesn't really interact much.
A little baby. So
yeah, if it's the same one,
it's probably not nice.
Probably not.
Just stay away.
But it's going after an animal. It's got to eat.
Yeah, I'd probably want to eat you too.
That's true.
So
that's true. Apparently, it's big. So okay, the Controllers. Ooh. The Controllers is a name given to a pair of adult male voices that have been reported to be heard about 20 feet above a person's head.
No, fuck that.
Speaking in an unknown language.
Nope.
The voices sound as if they're being transmitted through a radio or some sort of mechanical medium. Others have reported seeing physical manifestations of the Controllers. So these physical forms appear to be human.
Are they just floating above them?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
So they just say they've seen kind of human-like shapes that they believe to be the owners of the voices.
That's weird.
And they didn't make any attempt to communicate with the witnesses that saw them. So they're just kind of there. And
just hanging out?
Just chilling, and I don't know if the witnesses then, like, decided to GTFO and...
I mean, probably.
Peace out, not try to talk to them.
I saw enough now, so I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, imagine just seeing, like, two kind of humanoid shapes that are pretty clearly not human, but, like, are sort of human-shaped. Just, like, talking in an unknown language. I would probably run, too.
Yes. I would be out of there so quick.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not going to help you if you fall or can't run. I'm just going to leave.
Oh, it's every man for himself, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
But try to take a picture of him before you go.
Yeah.
Evidence, guys, if you see creepy humanoid figures, take a picture.
Do it.
And then run.
Yep.
Okay. The Traveler. The Traveler is described as an ancient-looking Native American man dressed in primitive attire. And the theory is that he once lived on the Skinwalker Ridge cliffs northeast of the ranch and lost his family and entire tribe to the, quote, sky beasts that came out of a bright light. Aliens! So aliens apparently killed his family.
Stupid aliens.
The legend refers to them as sky beasts, so I'm assuming that it's just like UFOs. So he has been reported to be seen as an ethereal, ghost-like figure who seems alive, but doesn't look like a normal living human. He kind of like looks like a spirit.
Oh, that's weird.
Yep. And so he wanders around. Several investigators also report hearing the disembodied voice of a little girl or adolescent female who seems to be speaking to herself or possibly whispering to any people in the area. Her background is unknown, but she's been heard at various locations around the ranch and the surrounding property. So she's been reported by multiple people.
Just hanging out.
This one is super interesting. Water babies.
Oh.
So these are known to the, I should have looked this up, Ute tribe, and they are known as Powapicts. I think that's how you say it. These are small water spirits that supposedly lure people into the water and then swallow them or carry them deep into the water's depths.
Lord.
And
that's terrifying.
And then the new victims just live there, and then they suck people into the water too.
Oh, I don't like that.
So kind of like the creepy baby version of like sirens that lure sailors to their deaths.
Just stay away from water.
Yeah.
If you're ever out there.
If you hear a baby crying from underwater, it's probably not a real baby.
Nope, leave.
Just leave.
You'll get sucked in.
Yeah.
And live in water.
Well, and here's a super creepy part, too. This just makes me think of The Ring. So, according to the Ute, they often take the form of infants, but have long black hair.
No!
Just wet, stringy black hair.
Right in front of their face.
Nope.
Coming at you, walking weird.
And they've been seen and heard wailing in all of the waterways surrounding the ranch. They apparently sound like human babies crying. But with really long black hair, which is just
so terrifying.
Such a gross mental image.
I don't like that.
I hate that. All right. And then the last one that I'm going to cover for like figures is the sentient mist, which is described by researchers as a neurological electricity. I don't know what that means.
What the fuck does that mean?
Because neurological means like your brain.
Yeah.
So like brain electricity? I don't.
Unless you're feeling like electrical pulses within your brain.
Maybe.
Or like what's called brain zaps.
Brain zaps?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
It's when I was on anxiety meds, and when I went off of them, people have said that they've experienced brain zaps.
What does that
feel
like?
So it's just, for myself, I don't know what it's like for anybody else, but it was just like an intense, like, dizzying feeling that was just like there in an instant and then just gone.
Huh.
Like it just felt like something literally was just pulsing at one spot and then was gone.
Does it hurt?
No.
Oh.
It's just there, and I'd get like super dizzy for half a second and then it'd be done.
The brain zaps.
Mm-hmm. It lasted for a couple months after I was off of
that's
them.
frustrating. Did that happen frequently?
Only like as I was tapering and fully coming off of my meds.
But did you get them like once a day or like
multiple times?
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It wasn't awful. Just kind of learned to deal with it, and then they were just gone.
Well, I'm glad they don't last.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound fun.
No.
Brain zaps, huh?
Yeah.
Who knew?
So.
All right. So I don't really know what neurological electricity means, especially because the sentient mist is described, it's an all-black entity that takes the form of a thick smoke, which is described as looking kind of like disembodied skin, like something had shed this kind of like smoky skin. But it's like formed of smoke and supposedly is intelligent and looks like it can respond to like when people are nearby.
Oh.
And the theory is that this is an embodiment of an entity that hasn't yet taken physical form, but is like transitioning to our plane of existence. So
that's
some
weird.
Sort of like interdimensional kind of creepy thing that's trying to have a physical form but hasn't got there yet, which is really scary, and I don't like that at all.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
That's really weird.
It's no. I don't like it.
Just stop.
All right. So other sightings at the ranch or nearby areas, so visitors to the ranch often become stricken with strange and pretty much unexplainable illnesses, many of which involve unusual inflammation of the skin and severe nausea.
Oh.
Many people have ended up needing to go to the emergency room, and there's no like clear diagnosis of what would have caused it.
Oh, shit.
So that's interesting. Brian Arnold, head of ranch security, said that once when the History Channel was there filming for their new TV series, which I didn't realize was like coming out this month.
Yeah.
I assumed it was something that had already been aired.
That's what I thought too.
That's so cool.
Uh-huh.
So Brian was laying down in bed trying to fall asleep and something crashed into his bed. He said it felt as if someone massive had like kneed the bed at full force, just smash into it. So he jumps up, turns on the lights, nothing there. He also said that during filming, everyone saw a small aircraft hovering over the west field, and everyone thought it was a drone at first, but then they were all, I don't know what convinced them otherwise, but they all were convinced it was something supernatural.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, little drone thingy. Thomas Winterton, the ranch's superintendent, said that he was once called in to inspect the grounds when someone reported the sound of someone bouncing a basketball against the main house. So just kind of a repeated, like, rubbery banging sound. Yeah. And when exploring some of the older structures on the property, he started to feel extremely scared, like fear was just completely taking over him, like completely overwhelming his body. And then he heard a loud voice, clear as day, say, "Stop, turn around." So,
well, that's when you turn around and get the fuck
So he does. So he looks out the window, no one there. And then 6 months later, when he was plowing snow off of the grounds, he had the same exact thing happen. Like wave of fear, extreme anxiety, just really intense, an overwhelming fear. And the same voice told him to turn around again. So that's twice. And then once when he went to the ranch with his wife, Melissa, to back up some security footage onto like a hard drive.
Yeah.
They were sitting at the computer waiting for the video to download. And they both heard a loud banging coming from one of the back bedrooms.
Fuck.
And then coming from like in between their heads, like they heard a clear voice yelling, "Leave now."
No!
Yep. They said it sounded like someone like stuck their head in between them and screamed it like in their ears.
That just gave me chills. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what if all of a sudden someone
leave now?
Heard something like, nope, all right.
That's gonna happen one night when we're podcasting. Someone's just gonna stick their face in, and
I hope not.
But then we'd catch it on audio, and that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
So, I didn't even get to the best part.
Oh.
So they both kind of looked at each other and were like, did you hear that? And they just kind of like, what the hell just happened moment. Yeah. And then they heard it again saying, "You need to leave now." So first leave now, then you need to leave now. So like repeated voices, not just like a little, did I hear something? No, it was twice.
Oh my gosh.
Like 4 times for this guy, this poor guy.
Oh my.
So there have also been some strange sightings next door to Skinwalker Ranch at Bottle Hollow, a 420-acre man-made reservoir on Ute land. And it was filled with fresh water after a government mandate in 1970. And in 1998, a police officer, I'm not sure why he was there, but saw a large light plunge into the reservoir, then reemerge and fly off into the night sky.
That's weird.
Yep. Continuing the theme of strange lights. And then in 2002, 4 men standing at the edge of the lake saw a blue-white ball of light enter the lake. Then after it came out of the water, they reported that it whirled around in the air for a few seconds and then flew away at a high rate of speed before disappearing entirely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Just disappearing lights.
That's terrifying.
Yep, little things zipping around. Gosh. I'm picturing like the little teeny aircrafts as being kind of cute though.
Like little baby
like
saucers.
The little like toy fighter jets, like just kind of cute.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
So I have a story with UFOs.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I've ever told you this before.
I don't think so.
I don't know. So it was one morning, it was a couple months ago. It may have even been last year, potentially.
Like recent?
Yeah.
What?
Kind of. I don't remember what it was. But one morning, Ben was up getting ready for work, and he took the dog out for a walk, or took the dog out to go potty. And
to go potty.
He always just looks up at the sky to see if he can see anything cool, whatnot. And he said as he was looking up, he saw 2 different lights that were hovering above him, and they were essentially following the same path. So they were like playing follow the leader, so one would go straight ahead while the other one followed, and then it'd do like a quick zip the other way, and like just instantly essentially change direction, and then the second one would follow. And then it did that for a little bit, and then they were just
moving
gone.
like at the same time. Like one would move and the other would follow.
Correct. It was like they were playing follow the leader and following the exact same path that the first one was doing.
That is so weird.
And then he came in, he's like, "Oh my god, I think I just saw UFOs." And he's the type of person that doesn't necessarily believe in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's kind of a skeptic.
He will if it happens. Like what happened when we were up in Duluth in the lighthouse that I think I talked about in like episode 1 or 2 or something.
Yeah, that was early on.
Yeah. And like that he believed, and it's just something like if it happens to him, then he'll believe it. But otherwise it's just like, meh.
Yeah.
And so when he came in and said that, I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? Why didn't you come and get me?" He's like, "Because it just happened so fast." It's like, oh.
And I wouldn't want to miss anything. I'd want to just be like, absorbing everything. Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Yeah. It's like, so now every time I go out at night, I look up at the sky and see, and I asked him, I was like, was it a satellite or something? He's like, no. Because they were just going so fast and moved so quick and followed the same path.
And they're like way up in the stars.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
Oh, okay. That's so weird.
So that's
and
fun.
I could see it being some sort of like little fighter jet exercise, except for what you said about how they would suddenly just stop and then totally pivot into a different direction. Like, that's not how things fly.
No. And I mean, it's southern Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like,
they could be doing stealth jet practice.
Probs not down there. No.
That's the perfect place to do it because no one expects them to do it in like rural Minnesota.
Yeah.
But to have them like just stop and totally change direction is
that's
weird.
Yep.
Guys, send us your UFO stories.
I want to hear all about them.
If you've ever seen a floating orb or
a flying
stealth
saucer.
jet. An UFO.
An UFO.
Send it in.
So when we were on our honeymoon, Ben was taking showers, so I was watching UFO show. And one story comes up as like the top UFO sightings. This guy at Walmart in Shakopee is in my
Walmart.
Yes.
Yep.
Is in the parking lot. Oh my gosh, do you see those lights up there? They're just in a perfect circle in a ring.
Oh my God, it's Mystic Lake.
I'm like, you've got to be freaking kidding me.
Oh my God.
For those of you that don't know, we have Mystic Lake, which is a casino that literally has lights that it's in a circle and looks like a flying saucer that goes up into the sky.
That is their like trademark thing.
Yes.
They've had it for years. That's been their thing.
And it's known in Shakopee that this is what it is. And everybody who is in that episode, like, commenting, like, oh, that's, like, the best, like, video that we've ever captured. God. And it's just in such a perfect circle and lights and blah, blah, blah.
What
I'm like,
idiots.
are you guys fucking stupid?
Oh, my God.
Like, do your research before you actually start broadcasting this shit.
I was going to say, shame on the producers of the show for, like, not check. That's so dumb. Yeah. That's so dumb.
I was watching, I was like, oh, this makes me not believe in anything now.
Because it's all stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So, clearly that person's not from the area.
I guess not.
Or just wanted to be on TV and was like, look at this cool thing.
Yep.
Oh, my God. That's so dumb.
So, that was cool.
That's hilarious. Well, if you have a story like that, send it in.
Let us know.
Write us at nightmarenation19@gmail.com.
Check us out on the Facebook, nightmare_nation19.
No, Nightmare Nation _19.
Is it?
She's checking.
Let's check.
Follow us on the Instagram.
Nightmare.nation19.
Yeah, make sure to leave us a review, give us a rating, subscribe, send in your suggestions for locations. Thanks again, Jim, for the awesome suggestion. This place was crazy.
Yeah. Nightmare_nation19.
That's Facebook. Okay.
Facebook.
Good job. You got it right.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let us know. Reach out to us. Follow us on all the social media. And
we post some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you get to see our face.
Yeah.
Faces.
And in the meantime,
don't get haunted.
Don't use a Ouija board.
Don't get attacked by demons.
And don't get probed by an alien.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
That sounds awful. Don't get your
protect Uranus.
Mutilated. Protect Uranus.
Cover it up.
Protect it. Don't let anybody intrude upon that area.
Yeah, nope.
We're just going to stop that conversation.
Yep, we will.
Right there.
All right, friends.
All right, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.